Hi, Maya.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on the show.
No props.
I'm super excited for this. How to not be a boring grown-up.
Yeah, there is going to be other things, people, too.
We're going to talk about your life, too. I'm excited. You have a lot of stuff that you like doing, which is awesome.
Well, that's true. So, I love skateboarding.
I know you have in your Instagram, you
yeah,
have don't
I love
hate,
drawing.
go
I love
skate.
surf.
Yeah.
I like surf, karate, skateboarding, kung fu, and surfing and skateboarding. Oh, and boxing and wrestling.
Yeah, that's a lot of awesome exposure to all these diverse activities. Which one, do you like any of them the most?
Well, I like them all.
Yeah.
But some of them are just really hard and you have to be strict about them. You just really need to be strict about it, and to learn it you actually need to get into it and do every step.
Was it your mom that helped you get involved in a lot of them? Or how did you pick that you want to do those?
I just wanted it.
Yeah.
My dad got me into fighting, but skateboarding, surfing, I just saw it and I liked it.
Yeah.
The first day I came to America, I saw a skateboard, and I'm like, Mom, I didn't know what it is, but I like it. Could you buy me one? She's like, okay, on the first day. Then I just start trying it, and then I'm like, Mom, I love it. Even though I have no idea. I have zero idea what it is, but I just do. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of awesome pictures and videos of yourself skateboarding on your Instagram.
Show them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have so many of them. Actually, we showed a couple of them when your mom was on the show too. For those that haven't watched that episode, that's the one with Liana Moon. You can go watch that one on the channel.
Yeah.
But this is also Maya's Instagram. It's the link in the bio if you want to go and check it out
And
and
he has
follow her.
a lot of other really cool interviews. He's been
Aw.
doing it for 3 years, just like I've been doing 3 years skateboarding
Skateboarding.
and surfing.
That's right.
Well, not surfing 2 years. Yeah.
Did you come? Because Liana, when your mom was on the show, she told us that she had you in India, and then you.
Yeah, I got born in India.
And that was 2002. Is that right? 2012. Sorry, 2012. That's when you were born, right?
Yeah, 2012. Or 2011. 2012.
2012. Okay. And then when did you come to Los Angeles? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
I was 6.
It's almost 3 years ago. Okay. And you saw the skateboard.
And I said, Mom, I like it. And then she was like, well, and I'm like, Mom, what is it? I like it. I know what it is, but I just like how it looks. And then she was like, well, I could tell you what it is and buy you one. And then I'm like, really? I don't know what it is, and you're going to buy me one. Then I tried it, and it was just such an intense feeling. I loved it. And I was like, Mom, I don't understand. Why do I love it so much? I just do. And then when I saw the skate park, I'm like, Mom, I see skateboards there. So what is it? It's for skateboards. And my mom was like, no, you don't have to go there right now. Because, but I got her to go there. And she was afraid for me to fall. I was falling, bleeding all the time. But I was happy about it.
Yep.
Because I learned how to do it better. And my mom was proud of me, but really scared for me, too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important to let kids be kids and to not constrain them in the bubble of protection. It's very important. So you bled and you fell while you're skateboarding, but you become a better skateboarder.
Yeah.
And now you're going down those, what is it called? The bowls, right? The
Yeah,
bowls?
the bowls.
The bowls, and
Show them.
You're jumping off of those are actually pretty high, those jumps that you're doing as well. Those are no joke. So these are the bowls that we're talking about.
This was 2 years ago. This was a year after I learned.
Getting a let's see when the internet shows through. There it is. It's a little on the slower side. Let me see if I can get the whole thing to play at once.
Yeah, it is fine. So
Should be able to get the whole thing here. Just a little on the slower side right now. There we go. Let's see if we can get speed up right now.
yeah, it's fine.
This is at the Venice skate park, right?
Yeah, it's at the Venice skate park.
Love it. And that's only one of you have so many of these awesome videos.
I did it backwards there too. So get it? Yep, I did it backwards. Sometimes you could go frontwards and backwards, and I went backwards at that time.
Oh yeah, you mean
So I flip over with my board and then I turn backwards.
Yeah.
That's what I did on that video.
Do you remember when you were growing up? I'm wondering if you remember, because you were telling me a little bit that you remember playing with elephants and stuff like that when you were growing up in India.
I was a little baby, and me and my mom saw an elephant, and the three most intense memories I have is me remembering that baby elephant, my dad showing his music to me for the first time when I was 1 year old with the headphone down like this, smiling. And another one is when my mom helped me climb on top of a tree.
Dad playing music, elephant, mom helping climb a tree. That's awesome. And then when you're coming here, you're picking up all these new activities. This is probably one of the things about how to not be a boring adult is.
And plus, my mom told me that when she was pregnant, she rode a motorcycle. That's why I might love these really
That's
intense
right.
experience too.
That's right. That's
And
true.
plus, I remember when I was 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old. Then in India, she drove me on the back because she had a big motorcycle, a big black motorcycle, and then she would have a big seat, so there would be enough space for a little child. So I'd go on the back, she would go in the front, and then she would make me hold her, and then she would put her hands like this, and then she would drive like this, and then kind of holding my hands, not too strong though. And I was holding on to her like this.
Yep. So this is probably one of the main themes of how to not be a boring adult is to do a lot of different things like what you're interested in.
Because, a lot of adults, they just stay there, work, not play, not do nothing that a kid would ever do.
Yeah.
I'm a child myself, and I'd never be a boring grown-up because I know how to be fun, and it's a thing which everybody should have. It's a thing that every single person should have. Old people, kind of old, 30 years old, should not be boring, should be really fun. Children, everyone should be it. Everybody in this world should be fun. Not be boring, stay there, do work, and then just do nothing. Help yourself get really fun.
Yes. That's
Give
a good way to put
yourself
it.
activities.
Yes,
That
exactly.
being more fun.
You remember what happened today is that we were exploring,
The
we were
roof.
playing with the disc, we're playing with the punching bag outside, we're playing frisbee, all this different stuff, and then Maya decides we're gonna go upstairs, and we go upstairs, and there's this area where you can kind of you
go
know.
outside, and then I said, let's climb the roof. I love climbing the roof. I climbed on the very top. It was high, extreme, and fun.
Yeah, it was. And, as an adult for the last almost like 4 weeks now of being here, that I hadn't climbed the roof yet as an adult. It didn't even, occur that I should go and explore on the roof. And so this is probably a pretty good example of how to not be boring, how to be fun, how to explore, how to keep doing that kind of stuff while you're an adult. It's really important. It's novel, it's fun, it's playful. We hung out up on the roof for like 15, 20 minutes, just hanging out, talking. It was a lot of fun. Pulling each other's hair. It was a lot of silly things, And like they
wouldn't do that. They'd be like, what the heck? Like,
yeah.
So like it hurts. No, don't do that. No, this. And today, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but we are going to be drawing, having fun, and boom, we're going to be playing. And wherever we're going, we are going to be fun. And today I'm teaching Alan how to be the most fun growing up.
It's right. I agree with this. The more that you influence my soul, the more that I become more playful. That's right. I agree. More fun.
I even have a documentary about me and my mom. And like in a lot of parts I say that I fall, I cry really bad, it hurts. And then my mom always comes to help me and say, Maya, you got it, and hugs me. And then I go back and then I don't feel the pain.
Yeah.
My mom would always say that I got it, that never give up, never give up. And that's the words that actually made me not give up, because I would give up then.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really important influence from parents, is that when you say never give up, that it motivates the kid to continue pursuit. It also is important that mom and dad expose you to so many different things. If you're talking about not only skateboarding, but also surfing and boxing and karate and music and art, drawing.
Yeah, I do. And plus I do music, I do singing, I do piano, I do drumming, and I also do it. And I do like all the sports, I do workouts. Yeah, and I love drawing too. Art and drawing arts and crafts for my dolls.
And so like the exposure is another thing, because usually adults, what happens is that they end up only doing one thing. That becomes the only thing that they do. And that's why, one of the things that we do a lot on the show is we at least try and draw the really good concepts that people are talking about, or in this case, we'll see what happens. But, some of the interesting insights that, your mom also talked about on the show was that you have a lot of thoughts around what you think God is, which is very interesting, and soul and all these types of things. And that's important for young people and adults, because a lot of adults don't have a perspective on what they think God is. And that to have it when you're younger is really important, and it makes a smarter young person.
And I don't just like drawing. I like drawing certain things.
What do you like drawing? You want to show us some stuff?
Sorry to interrupt, but I made this cool
Oh yeah, the hat. Let's do it.
I made this really cool hat. So
Does that say Sausalito on it?
Huh?
It does say Sausalito on it.
Yep.
That's a city in the North Bay.
So I wrote a lot of fun stuff on it, like happy, 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 happy. And I wrote, do not be sad, be like a rainbow. Feel like you're sliding over a rainbow. I know you know how to be happy. And it says unmatchable stuff. And then it says happy, happy, happy. And then it has a little elephant, a little koala,
Yeah.
and then like there's a little elephant sliding over a rainbow. And it says there, boom boom baby.
Boom boom baby. So did you wrote all of that and you made the patch, you added the patches to it?
Yep.
What does the long one say again?
Uh-huh.
What is
It
the
says, do not, I could show you there, it has like rainbows over it too, next to it.
Yeah, it does. What does it say?
So
What
it
did you
says,
write?
do not be sad, be like a rainbow. Feel like you're sliding over a rainbow. I know you know how to be happy.
I love that. That's so good.
And on my birthday, in 6 days, I'm going to have a slumber party, going to the salon with my friends. And plus, the fun part is we're going to be making hats like this together.
Yeah, and I love how you write happy on it a bunch. Boom boom baby, the rainbows, don't be sad. Slide over a rainbow. Life is kind of like sliding over a rainbow. Are those some of your favorite animals that you also chose? Look good in it.
What? Yeah. So an elephant is one of my favorites. A wolf is one of my favorites, and a horse. Like I said, unmatchable stuff.
And you just rode a horse yesterday, you said?
Yeah.
That's good that you're so frequently getting exposure to animals like that. That's good. And you like dogs and cats.
Yeah, I just love animals.
Love
But
animals,
these are
yeah.
my favorites.
And you became vegan. That was something your mom mentioned too.
Yeah, so I became vegan by myself because I feel bad for the animals, and like milk is for a cow, for a baby cow. And eggs are actually something that was actually alive inside there. And yeah, like that belongs to them. And eating them is actually not what we're supposed to do because humans are originally supposed to eat plants. And these are alive animals. And at one time, so our friend loves beef and meat and stuff, and he loves killing bugs. And I have a friend, Emerson. She's vegan too, but she would eat eggs. And she doesn't like killing bugs either, or eating animals. She's really nice to animals, just like me. But like one time he was killing bugs and stuff and eating beef, and then we were like, imagine that would be you. Imagine like
Yeah.
somebody just like a giant stepped on your mom and then she died, and you were crying for help, and then they stepped on you and you died too.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whatever, at least it's not me. And then when we said it more and more to him, he started thinking about it. Like, what if it actually was me?
Yeah, I've been to a slaughterhouse. That's not a fun experience. It's an enlightening one, but it's
What's a slaughterhouse?
it's where they kill the animals. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, I work as for saving animals. Like the ones they kill for hoodies and stuff, the ones that they eat. And my dad's friend actually works for it, and he just gave me a job to do it too.
Yeah, you can make leather out of mushrooms, and there's a lot of good ways to grow meat that doesn't use animals as well. So you guys are going to make hats on your birthday in 6 days?
Yep.
So this is an interesting idea. So is it going to be all white hats and they're going to write on them in like black Sharpie and stuff, or what is it going to be?
So it's actually going to be like kind of like skin color tone. But mine is going to be white.
And you're going to write new messages on them?
Yep. They could do whatever they want with them, but I'm writing messages on them.
And it's like every time that you take your hat off, you think about like your messages that you wrote on them, right? Like happy, happy, happy. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm sad, actually, I look at the sad. I'm like, no, why the heck do I have to be sad? Let's be happy again. Why am I even sad for?
Yeah.
Such a little thing. Let's just... And then I read it and I'm like, no, I'm not sad.
Yeah. You also were telling me that you like electric cars a lot, which is interesting.
Yeah, I hate not electric cars.
It's
They
super
kill the
interesting.
earth.
Yeah.
I just hate like stuff that kill the earth. It's
Yeah.
just evil. Like,
Yeah. It's our house.
people created so much things that kill the earth. And plus, so I said, like, my mom asked me, if you'd be God, how do you create people? But what the question started with is I said, Mom, so everything creates something, and who created God? And she was like, if you would be God, who would create people? Then I said, well, I'd make the soul build itself. I wouldn't create it. I'd give the soul the ability to create its own human. Like a human creates a house and then lives in it.
Yeah. So then it would be like everything is God, but that the souls get to build themselves.
Yeah, like the like little pieces flying from God, but they turn into souls, and then the God gives them ability to build themselves. Like they build their own human around them, and then they live in the human till the human dies, breaks. Like a human builds a home and lives in it till it has problems and till it breaks.
It's a really good perspective on reality. Yeah, I like that one. How did you come up with that? You know?
I don't know. It
Like-
just came out my brain. Brains.
But does it have something to do with the fact that like your mom is also focused on meditation and intuition and
But she was shocked. She was impressed. Like, I wouldn't ever think of that. My friends wouldn't either. Nobody would think of that. She
a
was,
lot of adults don't think of that. A lot of adults get close-minded and they don't think of interesting things like that.
And you know what I said? So, kids shouldn't be punished. Kids should never get punished. And kids should, like, never, like, get rules. Because that's how grown-ups are, like, actually dumber than kids. Because, like, their parents would give them, like, things like rules, like rule number 1, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this and that and that. Oh, if you do it, you get a punishment. So they shouldn't be grown up with scaredness.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't be grown up with scaredness, they would actually be so much smarter.
Yeah.
Because their parents would let them create and be their own selves.
Yes.
But, like, so I had this horrible kindergarten where one time I was playing with a toy car. Like, you know, these little Hot Wheel things. I was
Yeah.
playing with it. And then, all of a sudden, the teacher said all the toys you could play with. There's a shelf with the toys you can play with the toys you can't play with. And I took the toys from the shelf you can play with, and then the teacher put me on the wall for the whole day. And it was actually till nighttime, the kindergarten, so I had to stay there, which is mean. The teacher is just mean. And one time, I drew a blue dog. I was only 4 years old, and she said, "Ew, it's so ugly. Blue dogs don't even exist. What the heck?" That's what she said. She was like, "It's ugly. There's no such thing as a blue dog." And then,
Wow.
you know what my mom said? Well, you should tell her that actually they do exist, because in America she actually did see a blue dog take that, teacher. And she wouldn't let me, like, create a blue dog. I'm a child.
Yeah.
I like unicorns. I like blue dogs with wings on them that could fly. And she said, ew, it's ugly because it's not real. And you drew it bad anyways because you didn't do it by the rule.
Yeah. This is not fun, is the idea of some sort of like rules or fear programming is something that we kind of talk about, is that the generations pass along to us some sort of a set of, like, you can't imagine a blue dog, you can't draw that, you can't imagine the unicorn that flies, and that you can't play with these toys. And then it sets in over time, and that's why an adult becomes closed-minded, because they've had all these rules passed down to them.
Yeah, and then they just became dumb. So, like, all these schools actually make you dumb, not smart. Because, like, they give you rules all the time. Like, 2 plus 2 can't be 6. Nope, it just can't. No, it can't. Because it's a rule. And they say, like, you dummy, it's a rule. 2 plus 2 can't be 6. And imagine they wouldn't say that and just let the kid and say it's right. If 2 plus 2 would be 10, 2 plus 2 would be 6, and all the kids would just do different answers. They would say it's right. They would say everything is right. It's fine. When they grow up, they would have such a good imagination. Won't be like so like, oh, that rule. Oh yeah, that rule. Like, you know, grown-ups, like, they always think like if you like want to like do something, you're like, you like grown-ups always think like, oh yeah, I should go oh no, I forgot the rule. What did they taught me when I was little? They shouldn't be thinking that. When kids should like be open-minded, like.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
Would it be a good idea to maybe have a rule, let's say, like on the 10 Commandments or the Noble Eightfold Path, there are these really nice spiritual traditions of the planet where they have these ideas of rules, and one of them is things like you shouldn't kill another person. Is that a fair rule?
That's a fair rule, but I'm talking about rules.
Yeah,
like
that hold the imagination.
Rules.
Yes. So some rules are okay. Like, don't kill other people.
Don't kill other people. Like, don't drive on a car this way so you don't crash into each other.
Yes.
So, like, the highway is here and you're here, then
this is
you
interesting.
Don't drive in.
So you can have even some rules in terms of, driving on the right side of the road in the United States is important instead of the left. So that's a rule. You stop at the stop sign generally is important. If it's in the middle of the night and there's no cars, you can probably do a rolling stop. When there's no cars, there's no humans, there's no bikes. So things like this. So you can kind of maybe play with rules a little bit too. A little bit in some ways.
Like kindergarten, like parent rules, like they should let you be open-minded. Like I drew a blue doggy and I'm like, teacher, is this pretty? Look, I was only 4. And she's like, ew, no, of course it's not. It's ugly. There's no such thing as a blue dog. Ugh.
Imagine if people like Walt Disney or like the team at Pixar and these really imaginative people were told when they were making things that are really insightful that, no, you can't make that because it doesn't exist. And that's a bad way to hold people's imagination back. We need to let imagination, something I asked you actually on the roof.
Then I drew
you remember
a brown dog. And then I didn't even like it. I'm like, teacher, this is ugly, huh? No. And then she was like, no, that is actually really pretty. I'm like, teacher, no, it's a poop color. And I like that blue dog more. And then she was like, no, that blue dog is so extremely ugly. Never draw that ever again. I hate it.
Do you remember when I asked you on the roof what you would do if you were a designer of the universe? Remember I asked you that? Because if you were, right, you could make whatever you want. Blue dogs, you could make different kind of human, as you were saying, the vehicle for the soul to make the body. So there's different ways of expressing imagination and creativity. So if you want to do it as a blue dog, nobody should hold you back from using your imagination in such fun ways.
And like I love drawing fairies, unicorns, and mermaid. Like loved it so much. And one time I took a notebook in class. Not class, kinder. When it was break time for 10 minutes, I drew like a little mermaid or something. I showed it to the teacher. She was like, no, it's ugly. Every drawing, which is magical, she would say, ew, it is extremely ugly. Why would you even draw that? I was so sad. I was just crying every day because of that teacher just saying, oh my God, it's just so ugly. Like you just drew a rainbow. It's just so ugly. Draw something more realistic. Like why did you even draw somebody sliding over a rainbow? It's just so ugly.
Oh no.
Like that blows my mind. I was like, okay, I'll draw a brown dog. I'll draw just a regular rainbow. I won't draw anything magical. And then since then I just didn't draw anything magical. And then I saw street art.
I think that's the key, is that you have to draw things that are magical. I like that. That's a good key.
And then when I went to America, I saw street art.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's not real, and people get millions of dollars for it. People love it. And my teacher was saying, ew, it's so ugly because it's not the color it's supposed to be. And it's not even real.
Yeah. So you would say that one of the main things about being a open-minded grown-up, so being not boring, being a fun grown-up, is to make sure you can keep your imagination strong. That's probably top thing.
Yeah, because actually imagination and thinking about things which are not real could actually help you in real life.
Yeah.
More than believing that, oh yeah, there's no such thing as a blue dog. Ew.
Yeah.
That actually keep you scared of everything. Like, that's not real. Oh no, we can do that. We can't do that because that's a rule. But that rule could actually make you die. Or like the opposite of the rule could actually save your life. And imagination could save your life. Because if you have a really strong imagination, like if there's a fire, you can just create an idea right away and then just salute. I'm here, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And like nothing even happened.
Yeah.
But like a person that doesn't have imagination at all would just stay there and die because they don't have an imagination. They can't think of anything.
Yeah. Remember when we were on the roof and a plane flew over and I told you that 100 years ago we didn't have those? Remember that? Well, it required 120 years ago, the Wright brothers also, there were no planes back then. So you couldn't do something like fly from Moscow to Los Angeles in one day. It would take you 3 weeks to go by boat across the Atlantic Ocean and then go through the canal or go around the Pacific side. And so it really required imagination to see something that didn't exist. Usually what entrepreneurship or in business, what people do is they see that something doesn't exist and then they have to, so they imagine the world having that new thing and then they create that new thing. So if we don't use that muscle, we become non-creative. Like you're also describing with the fire. In order to get out of the fire, you have to be creative.
Yeah. And like imagine a person without an imagination, which was raised with rules. Brown dogs can't draw blue ones. That's the rule. Bam, that's the rule. You can't, no creative things. No, that's the rule. There. So imagine a person like that growing up and then thinking, the canoes are probably too slow. What should I do about it? Then they'll thinking about it for years. They can't, I'm still thinking about the canoe thing, and I can't think of anything. And a person who has an imagination was raised that you can draw a blue dog that will exist if you want it to. Boom, blue dogs exist now, actually, because people created dog paint to paint dogs. Boom. And like a person with an imagination grows up, and then they're like, oh, the canoes are too slow. What should I do? Bam, it's going to be called an aeroplane, like an aeroplane.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just created how to make it.
Yeah.
I made it. And I'm going to fly fast and easy. That's what a person with an imagination would have. That's how they always solve problems.
Yeah. Yeah, this is spot on. I completely agree with this. If you're grown up, so if you're a child, as you're being raised into the world, the more that you have mom and dad and teachers and community, that family, that helps you foster an imagination. So it helps your imagination blossom and flourish like a flower, versus if you're in the normal school system, and that if the teacher, like you're saying in kindergarten, this is not a good teacher, one that kind of destroys the imagination. That's going to lead to problems.
And like other kids, like, and she loved the little girl. One little girl, which was 6. That girl was so simple. Like, just so simple. She was playing with the toy car like this. Like this. Sitting like this on the ground. And then having a little ponytail. And just like simple,
boring, No imagination.
And she loved that girl. She would always hug her like such a good girl. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Then like at me, she would be screaming, there's no such thing as a blue dog. What the heck? What you mean? And she would get me in such big trouble for like drawing a blue dog. A child is supposed to draw rainbows, unicorns, blue dogs.
Yeah.
And then like I had other kids at class, and she loved another boy. And he was really simple too. Just black and white. And that's it. Imagination black and white, clothes black and white, everything just like an old picture. And there was another kid which was actually...
This is literally taking the genius out of kids, which is really unfortunate because we need the creativity in the world really badly to solve the big problems, to build the future.
And
I'm just imagining how many young people end up having their... Like, imagine if Maya was unable to pursue her imagination as an adult.
And there was this girl that actually became mean because of that teacher telling her, no, that's horrible. She became mean, and she started being mean to everyone. And one girl loved cats. She loved them. She would think about pink cats, and then she like and then the teacher was like, no such thing as pink cats. They would be so ugly. Take your imagination away. And then that other one loved the unicorns and pink bunnies. And then she was like, there's no such thing as pink bunnies. They're ugly, and your imagination is ugly too. That's what she would tell to everybody who's creative. And then that girl actually became mean.
Oh.
Mean and really, really, really angry at life. Because of that one teacher.
Yeah. So people become resentful. They become angry and mean when their imagination's taken away from them.
Yeah, because and then she was just like, without an imagination, pink bunny shoes, and then that's it. That's the only thing from her memory she had.
Wow. So even as simple as a blue dog or a pink bunny or rainbows, that these sort of simple imaginative drawings for kids to be able to express themselves is really important, to not destroy that imagination as a teacher, as a parent.
But that teacher would scream at them so loudly, just like at me.
You literally yelling? Like yelling? Yeah.
No,
really
not yet. Like actually screaming. Like screaming. Screaming at us. She would get so mad at screaming at us for drawing a pink bunny or a blue doggy.
Wow. And is this in the public? Is this a public school system? was public school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was in Russia.
Oh,
and-
it was in Russia. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and so
That seems to make a little bit more sense. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe.
actually teachers
where's
in
the
Russia
more-
are way nicer.
You think so?
No, wait, yeah, duh.
And they're nicer than the U.S. They're nicer than
They're
the
as
U.S.
nice.
They're as nice.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
one was just evil, not letting.
Yeah. There's just evil
And
people
one
in
time
teaching
she said,
sometimes.
She
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"You guys have to draw this cat. You guys have to like draw it and color it this way." And one time I like drew it a blue shirt. Then she starts screaming at me, "Maya, it's ugly. Why would you draw that? You didn't do it by the steps." That's what she would scream at anybody who would like add like a little bow or a little pink in their eyes. She would scream at them, "You're like, you're not drawing a real cat. It doesn't look like a real cat. What are you doing?" Yeah, and I drew a blue shirt and boots. And she's like, "There's no such thing as a cat with boots or a shirt." And take my imagination
Yeah.
away, I'm like, then I start thinking, yeah, that's true. It doesn't exist. And then I didn't really like it no more.
Yeah. For me, it seems like there's a lot of genius and creativity that is being destroyed in adults because they have so much potential to retain that childhood awe. I remember Maya was on the computer. I have these two monitors on the computer, and Maya first grabbed the mouse and then was moving the mouse between the two monitors, and she was watching the mouse jump from monitor to monitor, and she just had this amount of awe in just that process. She was like, whoa, watching the mouse as she moved it. And like, we kind of get conditioned in many ways to lose our awe, our happiness, our emotions of novelty about life. Every breath can feel that way. We were watching a hummingbird while we were on the roof, and that
I
was
like, hummingbird. I love hummingbirds. I just love my life. Like, life is happy. Like, even looking at this fire is interesting. But somebody without an imagination,
yeah.
opposite of me, would look at this fire like, "Oh, just a boring old fire. What ifs? Just an old boring mouse. Who cares? It's a little curved and it moves to side. It's just normal."
Yeah, in science we also call it hedonic adaptation, and so it's basically that like after you walk up to the water fountain and you press the button and it gives you water, you get so used to that process, you become adapted to it, that it's no longer interesting, it's no longer beautiful anymore. But it is. You can just press a button and get water, fresh, clean water.
Well, guess what? So you know what I said about rich people? Rich people and spoiled kids could get anything they want. So they're not interested in anything. Because they already got it all. And they're like, there's nothing else different. How boring. Oh, like a little diamond. I already have like 10 of those. A toy, a chair, and everything is just so boring because nothing's different for them. Like nothing's new for them because they already have everything.
Yeah. It's an interesting theory about wealth, yeah.
But don't you see, like, poor people, by seeing something new, they'd be so happy. They'd be like, what is that? So much questions in their head. And if they would see, like, a piece of new clothing, a piece of new this, a piece of new that, they would just be so happy. And, like, people who already have it all, they're just, like, not grateful for it.
Yeah.
Because it's getting boring to them. They're like, ugh, it's just so boring for me. Like, I don't need anything.
Yeah. I like that theory. It's a good one.
When are you going to draw?
I was just about to say the same thing. Let's do it. What colors do you want to draw with? I'll bring the
For
marker
now,
box
black to draw the picture.
up. Okay. I'm very interested in what you're going to draw. There's black. And then just black for now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say it's gonna be a blue dog.
No, it's not.
I know. A blue dog. He's just like or a pink bunny. I just love it so much. Just yeah. Oh man. This has been a very insightful first part of the conversation. Just destroying the creativity and imagination and genius out of children, and then that is what leads to adults that are zombies. Wow. It's way more insightful than we realize it is. It actually makes me really want to change our fabric of existence to where, Pablo Picasso talked about it a lot. He said you have to retain the child.
Yeah, and plus Picasso, he would draw such interesting pictures because he had an imagination.
Yeah.
He would just draw like something, a flower, if he wouldn't have the imagination. But he made a combo of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Like
yes.
put like a boy face next to / girl face, plus half this, half that, and one part is going to be like rectangle, one part is going to be a triangle.
Yeah, exactly. A combination of a bunch of stuff that's not normal is creativity. Yeah, I love it. That's why we're so synthesis driven on the show. We pull from a lot of different places, and then we come up with ideas that are not normal, and then that's creativity. That's imagination.
Like,
This is cool.
yeah. Like, kids get a time of bedtime, but if they wouldn't have rules of bedtime, then one time, like, if they would, like, sleep that time, what if a fire would start? They would be sleeping. They're like, no, that's the rule, and you just sleep now. And then the fire starts right when they fall asleep. But if you, like, stay up, do drawings, you would see so much things, even maybe save lives. Because, one time a fire started at night. And so much people died of not noticing it and going to sleep.
Yeah. This is a good exercise for people to do at home right now as well. Is like get out your drawing pad, get out some blank paper, get out some markers, and draw something and make it something that doesn't exist. Make it something with your imagination, your creativity. And then basically do that process over and over and over and over again. And eventually, I think what's going to happen is you're going to come up with something that's really, actually, truly interesting and novel
I'm done.
that can bring value to the world. Okay, let's share. Okay, so here's the over-the-shoulder shot. I can show them. All right, what are we looking at?
It is a fox, which is half demon, half god.
Wait, a fox that's half demon, half god?
Ooh, let me draw something.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I forgot this part.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, I see what you added. That's a pretty good fox. And this half demon.
No, but I could draw a better one. I'm just drawing like kind of mad.
And is this a tornado?
Yeah. pulling down to hell, and then
That's what I
wings
thought,
pulling
yeah.
it
Up.
up
Yeah,
to
yeah. Heaven.
heaven.
Let me see if I can change the mixed effect quick, and then that'll give us a boom. All right, so now I should be able to just switch this up to
That doesn't exist, does it?
boom. No, this does not exist. I like this a lot. This is great. And then the wings pulling it up, and then what's the...
Well, actually, a lot of things do you know what my dad said, that everything you think of is actually real?
Yeah.
Instead of boogie biggie gaga, which I said.
That probably exists somewhere.
Booga biggie
Boogie,
gaga.
booga biggie baga.
Yeah, in baby language. And guess what? I thought of a monster, and then he told me a whole story about that monster that I explained about.
There you go.
And then he was like,
That's
oh
a
my
creative
God, that's actually a
father.
real
Yeah.
one. And then, like, everything I told him, that's real. He told me stories all about it.
I'm gonna draw something also. Do you want me to take the marker?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I wonder if you can share with us while I draw something.
So, guys, what's up?
What's up, guys? Why don't you tell us about your yin yang panda dress?
All right, guys.
You just have to keep doing it in the mic though, so they can hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So,
You have to, just keep doing the mic. But yeah.
I have a yin yang dress.
Yeah, I'll change it to this one. Yeah, there you go.
So, see, it's a panda / yin yang. Get it? Because a panda is black and white, and it's from a state, which actually is the one who is, like, really famous with the yin yang. That's probably, pandas are really famous there, too. So, I got yin yang right here. Let me show you close up. So, here's my yin yang, and it's a bear panda / yin yang. Yeah, and black and white is my favorite color, so I love yin yang. Ooh.
It's interesting that black and white is your favorite color,
I know.
and the yin
And I
yang.
hate pink.
Oh, you hate pink?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good timing. You got the pink out. I have something that I think you'll find enjoyable here. Is that your favorite dress?
Well,
It's one of them. Wait, bring the mic closer again. There you go.
well, maybe not.
Sorry about that, guys. Maybe not, but is that your favorite hat?
Well, maybe, yeah.
You know what?
Bona buddy, baby. Guys, look. I just picked it up with my legs.
What I have for you here is I have... All right. Ready? So,
Yeah.
this is what I drew. I drew a visual of what I think is kind of like what you're talking about regarding God. I think that it's interesting to think about some sort of a God or unity that's infinite, and that there are these interconnected extensions of that are the little souls.
Can I draw something else after?
Of course, yeah, of course you can. And I think what else is interesting about this is that it's not just humans, right? It's not just the one vehicle. You can have all these different ideas of what sentience can look like in these different soul vehicles.
First of all, why do you keep saying vehicles? That's a car, you know that, right?
Well, why can't this body be a vehicle for the soul?
Well, what do you mean? They don't drive it.
Aren't you the driver of your body right now?
Well, actually, I am. But
So that's interesting, right?
My
The
brain is
vehicle.
driving my body, not my soul. My soul is the one who keeps me safe and alive.
All right, let's have you draw. Also, I'm gonna move you into the shot again. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good. Perfect. That's good. That's good. You can stop there. You can stop there. You stop there. Because I need you to be in the shot. Okay. All right. What color do you want? What color, Maya? Dun 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 dun.
For now, black. I will color it.
Man, it's really your favorite color. She picked it twice.
Black and white, yeah. I don't see no whites though. And plus, I wouldn't work on white paper.
You would need white paper. You would need black paper to use a white marker. Yeah.
So it'd be black and white.
I don't think they give you white markers because I think they think that all paper is going to be.
No, not all papers. Duh.
Well, they think a vast majority of them. Yeah. Hey, remember how you were saying that Armenian people have hair everywhere?
Yeah.
And it sometimes gets in your... Look at that. It's just a random hair on the marker. Of course there is.
I'm from Armenia. I have hair on my legs.
Yeah, and as everybody knows, I obviously have hair everywhere as well. Yeah. Hey, don't hate on...
I'm not hating. I'm just laughing because I have it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Only on my legs though. What? I'm a girl.
Oh, wow. This is good. I'm looking forward to this drawing. Also, it's pretty interesting for those that don't know. Maya was also recently featured in, what is this, Kids Abercrombie Kids, which is pretty interesting. I think we shared this also on the show with Liana. This is also some more of her art. This one's on the back of a shirt. No, seriously though, everybody needs to practice art and creativity and imagination, especially adults that are just ruminating in their default mode network. And that's why a lot of people take substances in modernity, is because, well, they want to, of course, have a union with the divine, and they attain it in a non-natural way, as in you can get that without a substance on a moment-to-moment basis. But then a lot of people are using like microdoses on substances in order to enable them to be creative, to get out of their excessive perpetual constraints of thinking. But we need to enable that from young age, from the age of the child, and to, truly let that flourish and not restrain it or constrain it. I mean, if you know of a teacher somewhere that's focusing on just constraining the minds of kids, get them out of the teaching position or get them to augment their ability to let kids be imaginative and creative. We're all universe designers. That's another thing. We are the publishers and players of this reality. It's an interesting metaphysical hypothesis. And that we ourselves designed this reality, and we design other realities. We are that. We are God. We are doing this. We're consciousness exploring infinity. And that the more that you realize that you yourself are a universe designer, that then the more that you realize that you should not constrain your imagination. You should unleash it. And you should try and build things of value into the world. And this is why people like video games, virtual reality. People like that stuff because they like being universe designers. They like being creators.
I like a video game where you can create a bunch of stuff like Minecraft and Roblox. Roblox is a really fun game.
Totally, yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I do. Roblox, yeah. Actually, the one of the developers of that company, I think one of the co-founding developers of that company, I tried getting on the show while I was in San Francisco. If you guys know any video game designers, especially ones that are in the founding teams of the companies that are crushing it right now, I would love to interview them on the show, because those are literally the games that expand kids' imaginations. It makes them into universe designers. And if you don't know, it looks like this for those that don't know. So this is the game, Roblox. And so it looks kind of like, let's see, let's put it on videos. Let's see what we get here. This is an about us video.
Hi, this is Dave.
Could I have red?
The founder.
Of course, yeah. Here you go. Interesting. So second color of choice has been red. At the same time that a little red block is coming on the screen here.
Really?
Yeah. It's good timing again. See, that's the universe. Those are synchronicities. I love those. Aww. Yeah. So this is one of the many like universe designer games that exists out there. Roblox.
Yeah, this is actually not a game, what they're showing right now.
Oh, it's a trailer video. Yeah.
You should get Roblox. It costs a cent.
Yeah, and then
It costs $1, basically.
yeah. And then there's these other ones. There's this one, which is Minecraft. I don't know what's wrong with people that don't see. I think it's literally just that whole thing about being constraining kids, I think, is the big thing, because I know so many people that don't like these games, and I think it has a lot to do with not wanting to allow universe design to happen. This is the official Minecraft trailer from almost 10 years ago. So again, it's just literally building universes, building whatever you want to build.
Yeah, it's all about it.
Yeah.
Building.
Yeah.
That's what Minecraft is. Nothing else, just building.
Yeah.
Oh, I could build that too. There's zombies in Minecraft. You can kill them. See, you can kill zombies.
Honestly, there's probably nothing that's better than the universe design games. They're really top notch, I think. Video games are something.
Brown
Anyway,
now.
brown. Okay. All right.
Blue and green.
Here's brown. What do you need? Blue and green.
After, yeah.
Okay. The reason why is because
It actually doesn't work here.
the brown doesn't work.
Yep. See?
Oh, really? What? 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 Oh, whoa. This is like dried out or something. You want to give me the lid to it? Interesting. Let me give you a different brown. Is this one? This should be good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Now could I have blue and green?
blue and green. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, universe design games especially are going to expand your consciousness, awareness, imagination, creativity, and that's why they're probably the best games out there. So if you haven't yet, just download Minecraft, Roblox. There's a bunch of these games that are like this.
Like Slither.io is cool too.
How do you spell that one?
Slither.io.
Slither.io. Oh, I think I saw that one up here actually.
So it's like worms, and you need it.
Yep.
And if you're
I see
bigger than another worm, you can eat the worm. And there's like little dots you can eat and get bigger and bigger, and you have to win to get the biggest.
Oh, interesting. Slither.io. See, I hadn't even heard of this. Is this kind of like the game Snake where you eat the dots?
Yeah.
Except it looks like it's in a much better, higher. Oh, interesting. Wow. This is literally like Snake. Oh, yeah, you're done? Okay. Do you want another color?
No, I'm finished.
Okay. Let's have you expand for us what we're looking at now. Okay. I'll show it to them.
On a shot.
You want to show it? Okay, can you show it to let's have you show it to this. Show it to that camera. So like this. Like put it like
That
yeah. Or that way you can talk about it. Yeah. Pull it. Yeah, there.
So this is Jesus.
Or here, I'll hold it so you can talk into the mic. Is that okay?
Okay.
So that way, yeah, like this. I'll put it right here.
So this is Jesus, and like everyone thought he died, crying down on the ground, but he's actually there standing up as God and giving them love.
Aww. I see. Okay, so we have, this is Jesus giving everybody love, right? Is that right?
Yeah, and
Those are the...
that's Jesus, the body of Jesus, which died.
Ah.
Cross like that. And then everybody's like crying to him, like, oh my God, would they kill him? And then he's actually standing up, happy, giving them love as God.
Yeah. This is another very interesting drawing for the young.
I think everybody heard me, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think when you were explaining it at first, yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So if you need to hear it again, it's Jesus, which is, so there's people crying for Jesus because he's dead, but actually he's standing up straight as God and giving them love and giving happiness and happy himself.
I'm really happy that you drew this. Yeah. I feel like there's way too little drawing of important concepts around love, compassion, sharing, caring. That's what this is to me. And especially around spirituality. So okay, I have another, let's see.
You have dots on you.
I have dots on me? Dots?
Yeah.
From like drawing or something?
No,
No?
you have like a bunch of it all over
Like
you.
freckles or something? Or what?
No,
What?
like that.
Oh, like those?
Yeah.
But those are probably just... Maybe it's because I'm
Oh,
28.
no, you know
Why?
why? Because like if you look at a light too long, then you see it on.
Oh,
every
you were
single
looking
thing.
at the light. Oh, I see.
No, so you know if you look at the light first, then you look at something else, you see it on.
Totally. Yeah, that happens to me. Yep.
So I see a lot of dots on you right now.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll probably wrap with this.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
All right. What are some of your favorite examples of kids being wise? Because your mom gave a bunch of examples when she was on the show of times that you were wise. And I'm wondering times if you remember of you being wise or other kids that are like you that were wise.
Well, I remember me being wise that me and my friend that remember I told you our friend was killing bugs, and actually they're enemies, my friend and him. So, and he was killing bugs and eating beef. And we told him that, imagine that would be you. Like, how do you feel? And we said a really wise thing, because really, like, imagine just stepping on bugs, killing them for a purpose, eating meat, not caring, and then imagining it was you. How bad would you feel after that?
Yeah. I like that example. You brought it back. Yeah. That's a good one. It's an exercise in getting behind the perspective of other, in this case, sentient life, like animals or...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
And I said, like, you can't be mean to other things because it's not you.
Yeah. And the more enlightened people get, the more they realize it is them, and that's why they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is them in the future, because karma.
There you go.
His next life, he could be that bug and just get stepped on.
There you go. Now,
how'd he feel? He would be caring about himself so much. Yeah, self-loving, but not about anybody else. Now he'll see how it feels for them, then he would start feeling bad, because they actually felt like he's feeling in his second life.
do you think that we're infinite and eternal?
No. If you do a lot of good things, you go to heaven. If you do a lot of bad things, you go to hell. If you do both, then you get a new life.
So free will acts as a process of making decisions, and over time I'll make decisions, and over time...
If you make a bunch of bad decisions, you go down to hell. And if you make really good decisions, you go up to heaven. But if you just make both decisions, like make one bad or one good, you go boof to another life to like maybe see if you're going to hell or heaven again. And again and again and again if you're going to do bad choices and good choices. But you're not going to remember that you had another life, because you don't remember your last life, do you?
This is in many ways, this is the Buddhist tradition, the cycle of rebirth until you liberate yourself from suffering, from greed, from aversion, from craving.
When are we again wrapping up?
One last question.
Okay.
What is your favorite food?
Russian dumplings. Even though I'm vegan, Russian dumplings, because I tried them before. So, Russian dumplings. Russian dumplings. I could draw them for you too. Russian dumplings.
What do you like them filled with?
Well, the only thing they are filled with is the meat. No other option.
Hey, there's some that are filled with cabbage too, like purashki and golubtsi filled with cabbage. You can get those. Really?
Yeah, but my favorite ones are with meat.
I know. It's usually beef, yeah. Good choice.
Yeah.
Maya, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
Thanks for teaching us how to not be a boring grown-up.
Yeah. Be fun, people. Be fun. Forever. And ever. When you die, the first thing you say is laugh.
Yeah. Retain that childhood awe and creativity.
If you are not in your childhood ever again, well, I just taught you how to go back into it. So be back into it and do everything I told you to do. Never listen to people who say a blue dog isn't real, it looks ugly, it's not real. Be as creative as you can, and do not listen to other people's words. If they only listen to words that say you gotta be more creative, be even more creative, draw a rainbow dog with wings. Don't listen to things that say no, there's no such thing as blue dogs. So stupid. Ew. say, well, in the future, what if there will? And if they say, no, there's only brown dogs, no such thing as blue, they'll get it back. There'll be blue dogs if you'd like them to. Get a dog and get coloring for dogs and color them blue and see, yeah, my dog is blue. Then they'll be like, well, yeah, they won't have anything to say.
It's even as simple as the blue dog and pink bunny example for adults to remember. Be imaginative, be creative, express yourself that way, and help kids do that too. And they'll be the ones that solve the biggest challenges in the world. Thanks again, Maya. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about
Woohoo!
about how to not be a boring grown-up and your own imagination, creativity, letting those thrive. And follow Maya. Her Instagram link is in the bio below. Go and check out some of her awesome videos and photos there. And support the young people, entrepreneurs, artists, spiritual leaders, scientists, engineers in the world that you believe in. Support
and
us.
be creative.
Be creative. You can support us. Our links are below. That's right. Be creative. That's it, guys. That's it. Thanks for tuning
and
in.
don't forget to be yourself. See ya!
I love it. Don't forget to be yourself. Peace, guys.